What up, what up? It's the CO Show podcast. I'm your host, CO. This is episode 7. I brought Breezy back. Breezy, what up?
Hi.
How was your week, man?
It was eventful. It was good, though.
Did you work this week, or what did you do?
I'm always working. I have several jobs. I wear several hats.
The mom thing.
Always, you know.
How's your son doing?
He's good. He's bad as hell, though. I don't think he get enough ass whoopings, but he's good.
That falls back on who? But yeah, this is episode 7, and my guy Daniel was supposed to be here, but Daniel had a little car trouble, so shout out to Daniel, man. We might see him later.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah, nobody ever wants car trouble, and Bree, she's so bougie, she don't even drive here. Like, she just show up at the front.
I don't want to have to be worried about like traffic and people and drama and rushing and hitting the brakes and smashing the gas. So I just get in the back seat, vibe, play on my phone, listen to my music, you know.
Oh, okay.
Sip my little drink.
Well, the week is almost over, and on this podcast, I like to start out with the good news. And the good news of the week. My guy Kodak Black, he never ceases to amaze me, man. He got arrested the other day. And Kodak was basically, I think he was coming into
New York, Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes, but he was entering, from Canada?
Yeah.
And somebody didn't tell Kodak Black that you can't just do what you want to do when you're trying to come in the spot. Like, it just don't happen like that. Like, you don't go from here to Canada back to here how you want to. Like, there are rules that you have to follow. Kodak decided to jump in a black, Cadillac truck with his friends. He had guns in there, like allegedly had guns in there, drugs in there.
He had guns in the car.
Well, he got arrested, so he definitely had something in there. But Kodak was in there 2 seconds. Saw the video of him coming out of jail today. He had the money over his face with his lawyer. Kodak got out $20,000 bond. That's good news. That's my good news for the day, man.
I mean, yeah, that's good. You know, I don't like to see people go to jail for frivolous stuff. Have I ever been to jail? Yeah. I've been to jail several times.
What's the longest you've been to jail?
The longest I went to jail, I did 9 hard, long fucking days in jail.
I thought you was going to say 9 hard, long years. Days?
I did not. That was the longest 9 days of my life. Like, I was in there. I had my cell phone in that bitch, though. That's a cell phone.
I will tell you, though, I've been in there for like 9 hours is my longest. And for me, 9 days probably seemed like a year. Like, it ain't no joke. Like, it ain't even about, like when you've never been to jail, you kind of sit around and think about it like, well, what would it be like subconsciously? Like, what would it be like to be in jail? And when you get there, it's just like, it's pure ignorance. It's just like, they treat you really, really, really bad. Like,
they treated me good.
They did?
Mm-hmm. Well, they was giving me shebangs. For those of y'all who know what shebangs is, those is jail chips. Good as fuck.
See, she was in there long enough to learn the lingo.
I was getting phone calls, you know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. We was having fun. I was in there like, guard. They was having fun, though.
This is all women?
Yeah. No. It's so crazy because there was a transgender person in my block, on my cell block. So I kid you not. It was a man who became a woman, and they had a hard time with trying to place him. They ended up putting him on a block where he was like, what's the word, solitary? Yes, because he looked too much like a woman to be over there with the men. And he probably would have caused a lot of confusion. When it came down to it, he really couldn't be over there with us either. But it's so crazy because I was having like the best conversation, and he said something, got mad, and he said, yeah, you... He scared you. I said, oh, okay.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, I didn't see any of that when I was in jail, but for the little 9 hours that I was there, it was the joint on Peachtree Street. You ever seen it?
Mm-hmm.
First 48 be having a lot of their homicide cases in the building next to it. But I went to the jail that was for like the traffic people. Like, it wasn't no serious, like people who, like little petty crimes. So it wasn't nothing serious. Only thing I saw is they were like, they wanted to test you for AIDS in jail. And for me, I don't have a problem with it. I had a problem with the location. Because for me, you're not sticking me with no needles in Fulton County jail. I don't give a damn what you say. You can tell me they knew. You can pull them out the plastic. That ain't happening. But other than that, it was just the way they treated you. It was like, they almost treated you like you were inhumane. And I was like, dude, like, this ain't even that serious. Ain't no killers in here. ain't nobody like raped nobody in here. Like this is all petty crimes. Like, and it was just the way they talk to you. And I understand like you probably deal with ignorance every day, all day at your job. If you're a prison, I mean, if you're like you work at the jail, but I think that you have to kind of decipher the difference between people. You can't treat everybody the same.
You got to understand this. They're treating you like that so you could be like, damn, I'm not coming back. If you get a good experience, and be like, it was just lovely. Like 5-star treatment.
Like yours?
I'll go there any day. Why would you want to go back? I mean, or not do what you did before? You'd be like, fuck it. I mean, give me some time. I'll sit down. I don't care. So they want it to be horrible. They want you to be like, oh my God, I was starving. They were so ignorant. They didn't even want to help me. Then you're not going to go back. Well, at least that's what they think.
For me, it was just like, it's a certain way you talk to people. And for me, that's really what it was. It's just like, aside from the people in there, like a lot of people who sit in jail are usually just people who have no money. Because to me, it didn't seem like they wanted you. They just wanted to see if you had money for the bond. If you had money for the bond, you can get out. Because they were just throwing numbers out.
If you get a bond. Because I was in there and I didn't have a bond. I had to see the judge.
What did you do? It wasn't no petty crime. If you didn't get no bond, you must have been fighting or something.
No. Like I had a failure to appear. I didn't go to court. If you got a court day, y'all go to court. Because if you miss court, you cannot get a bond. You have to see the judge. No matter what you miss court for, you have to see the judge. So no, I didn't do nothing that bad.
So if you miss court, it's a Friday night, you get pulled over, they lock you up. Let's say Monday is a holiday, so court don't open until Tuesday, like the weekend I was there. And you have to sit there to Tuesday morning?
Yep.
That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. But let that be a lesson to everybody out there, like, because people go to jail for, like, the stupidest stuff in Atlanta, especially mine. Like, mine was just, like, I had gotten a ticket. And in Georgia, I'm not from Georgia, but in Georgia, they have what you call a super speeder. And it's basically when you're going so many miles over the actual speed limit, and it's to the point where they're like, dude, you tripping. Like, we're going to give you 2 tickets. But they don't tell you about the second ticket. They just give you the first ticket. And I got the first ticket. I paid it immediately. And like my license didn't have my current address on it. It still had my college address. So like when it came up, it looked like I just skipped out on a ticket because they sent the second ticket to my old address, which is that house no longer even stands. So it popped back to them and it looked like I just skipped out on a ticket. So they suspended my license. I didn't know it. I got pulled over. Man, it's a long night right there. Friday night. Memorial Day weekend, like 2 years ago. Horrible.
And that's the only time you ever went to jail?
No, I got locked up one other time, back home. But that was traffic also. Clearly, I wasn't handling my business when it came to traffic. But I do now. It is what it is. But that time was only like 30 minutes. Like back home, it ain't, the population ain't as big as here. So like, you ain't sitting in jail for 9 hours for something that only takes 30 minutes. Crazy. But that was my only good news. Kodak got out $20,000 bond.
But speaking of people going to jail, G Herbo locked up for putting his hands on his baby mama.
Allegedly.
Like,
Allegedly.
I'm
going to shoot him some bail. Allegedly. We don't know.
He did that shit.
I said I had never even seen what his baby mama looked like until you told me who she was. I looked her up. I was like,
she decent.
She dope, but I don't know if he handling that thing like that. Like the way she described it, she a thick chick. Like she ain't. You just throwing her around like that.
He kicked down the door, and this is all alleged. He kicked down the door. He had his friends remove the baby from the house, and she said he was punching her, kicking her, scratching her, dragging her across the concrete, and broke her phone, broke shit in her house, all type of shit. Now, there was a video that came out where we did see her punching him in the street.
See?
And I'm not saying that domestic violence is okay, but
you feel like
violence is a two-way street. And people need to understand that. I'm a woman. I don't care how mad you make me. I'm not going to be like, I'm about to just well off and I know you could beat me. So I'm going to do myself a favor and I'm going to keep my hands to myself.
So is it easier to say that right now that you're calm and you're not angry? If you were angry, your story might go a little bit different.
No, I'm regular. I'm not really, I'm indifferent. We'll say that. I'm indifferent, but my whole thing is just they always want to put their hands on each other and act like it's cute, or we were playing, or I'm gonna beat your ass, da 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 da. Like, and I know they're a little bit younger, but it's still not okay under any circumstance. Like, who raised y'all? You know what I'm saying? Now,
where's she from?
They're both from Chicago.
Well, I know he is. I didn't know she was from
there.
She's
from Chicago.
This happened here in Atlanta.
Right.
And Atlanta don't really play that, like, because I don't even think they called the police. I think someone else did. But in Atlanta, if the police get called, you don't even have to press charges. Like, if they feel like someone had their hands put on them, even if it was both, let's say both of y'all got scratches, like the Bow Wow situation, both of y'all going to jail. Like, they don't play that here. They don't play that here. So that was an unfortunate situation. I think more and more will unfold as it goes. Like, he seems like a pretty, like, laid back dude. Like, he seems like he just raps. He plays with his son a lot. He has his girl. But I understand having a baby mama sometimes, like, if y'all not on the best, like, y'all don't have the best relationship, things can go south very, very fast.
I just don't like the fact that it's like every time I'm like hearing G Herbo or his baby mama or anything related to the subject, it's like drama. Like, where is the music?
You're not familiar with his music, though.
When is it gonna hit the charts? Like, come on, where's the banger? Where's where's that? That's what I want to hear. Give me one song so I could be like, oh, the guy who sings.
But there's a lot of people on the radio, you may not know who they are, but you heard their song and you sung along to it.
I don't know no G Hupo. I don't know none.
Somebody, for him to be getting booked, somebody's hearing his song, somebody's showing up to his shows.
Yeah, because of the messy shit he puts on social media.
Not everybody lives. No, but he was getting, like, he was doing that when he first got on social media. Like, he was still getting booked. I try to tell you, he's bigger than Lil Durk, and you don't believe me. He really is. And Lil Durk, you already know who he is. You ain't heard none of his music on the radio here. What?
That one song?
What's it called? That ain't the name.
Shawty my Beyonce.
How many times you heard it?
Enough times that I recall.
Bruh, but this guy right here is bigger than him. And I'm gonna be honest, like, he's dope.
If you say so.
He's from Chicago. You ain't gonna hear it in Atlanta. Like, Atlanta is true to its own when it comes to music. Like, if it ain't anybody in QC, from City Girls to Lil Yachty to Migos and Cardi B over and over and over again, like, you really ain't gonna hear it here. Like, Atlanta's true to its own. But this must be the week for going to jail. Q Money, out of Cleveland, same place you from.
216, stand up.
He got the song called Neat, and I don't really remember how it goes, but it is a dope song. Like, it's dope enough where people went out and they made remixes to it, and a whole bunch of, like, big names jumped on it. And basically it came out Monday. He allegedly killed his own friend. Now, I'm gonna let you talk about it and start me off with it, because, like, you're from Cleveland and you're from the streets of Cleveland, and the streets know what's up. So you tell me about it, because I don't know all the background of Q Money.
First, what was reported was that Q Money was at the apartment where Scotty, that's the gentleman who died, his name, was living. And Q Money's roommate said he came in the room and he saw Scotty's roommate said he came in the room and saw Q Money standing over Scotty's body. He goes in the room. He goes and wakes up Scotty's cousin. They both come in the room. They take the gun from Q Money. Then they push him out the door and lock the door and call the police.
Which sounds nuts to me. Like, someone is standing over a dead body with a gun, right? You're telling me you ran up on him, took his gun, and put him out the front door and locked the door.
So, first things first. Q Money. He's from St. Clair. For those of people who know about that neighborhood, it's one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Cleveland, Ohio. My thought process would have been, if he shot homeboy and his people coming in the room, already caught a body, I'm going to shoot y'all too. I'm going to shoot at y'all. I'm already in that mode.
Yeah.
Now, it's been alleged that they were trying to set Q Money up, and Q Money was fearing for his life, so he had to defend himself. It's been alleged that the two people who lived in that home were the ones who pulled the trigger, and they were trying to frame Q Money.
Okay.
It's been a lot of alleged. There was also some rumors about Q Money's sexuality. that they were trying to say that he was homosexual and it could have had something to do with that. Me personally, I can't say either way, but that story is saying Q Money just snapped and just killed somebody. And they even have pictures where he's known this guy Scotty for years. They have been friends and been seen photographed together several times. Those. So, you know, for me to just believe he just shot him in the living room and then they just closed the door on him, I'm not buying it. That's not what happened. It's more to the story. It gotta be.
Because to me, if let's say the other two people were in the house, one was asleep. You said he had to wake him up. But the
after
other one,
a gunshot. So you mean to tell me that they didn't wake you up?
Yeah.
In an apartment?
And the other one, he was in there, but he was awake. And for me, it's like, it's an apartment. So it's like, unless he just walked in, shot him, and no words were said, I would think that there would be some type of words if there was some type of disagreement.
Right.
If there was some argument. He just said, I came out. He was standing over him. And I'm like, that don't sound right. Like, it just don't. Like, the way he tried to say that he put him out, he took the gun and he put him out. Like, how many people are running up to somebody with a gun in their hand that they think just shot somebody or standing over?
You see a body standing there?
Yeah.
So what? I'm going to be terrified. I'm not walking. I don't have a gun. I'm not shooting back. If I'm not shooting back, I'm not doing nothing.
I'm definitely not running up on somebody.
So you mean to tell me I was just like, give me the gun and get out.
Yeah.
Give me the gun and I'm going to shoot you. You just shot my people.
That don't sound
something.
Right.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is this: it's a lot of he say, she say going on about the storyline. At the end of the day, Q Money is innocent until proven guilty. We don't know what really happened. If he did do that, you know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, Scotty lost his life. Yeah. Rest in peace him, you know, and prayers and uplifting movements for his family and friends and those who love him. But it got to be more to that story, man. Come on now. There's no way that it went down just that simple and plain.
Are there a lot of black people in Cleveland?
Is it a lot of, it's 99.9% black. Like, if you see a white person in the city of Cleveland, there's a small patch of Cleveland where the white people live. And they're like, we look at them like trailer trash. Like, they're not, you may live in the areas around, you know, Metro Cleveland area, but no, there's no white people in Cleveland. Especially not the city of Cleveland. I
went there once when LeBron was first there. And I went to the game. I didn't see many black people when I was in Cleveland, but I will say my hotel was literally right across the street from where the arena was.
So here's the thing. Of course, for sports, they're gonna come from wherever they live. Cleveland, I mean, especially most of us can't afford to go to the Quicken Loans Arena and catch a Cavs game. So you're not going to see us. You might see us outside the stadium. You know, if you go up the road 2 minutes to the projects, that's walking distance from there. Okay. You might see them. But yeah, them white people coming from far and wide to come to the game, so of course you're not gonna see them.
It was like snowing outside.
Yeah.
It was like super white. And the city was pretty much dead. Like, as soon as the game ended, it's almost like somebody had just flipped the light switch, turned all the lights off.
The reason why they do that is because it's very dangerous. And, you know, the downtown is like, they're trying to rebuild it and revamp it. They added a casino. You know, they're trying to make it better. But right now, it's like, you don't want to be out there at the dark. Especially you go there right now, and some people see you, they're going to be like, oh, this nigga ain't from here. We got some money. We gonna kill him. We gonna rob him. That's just facts. We know when somebody not from there. So they're gonna be like, let me call up so-and-so real quick. See what he got in his pocket. I know this nigga got some money. What is he doing here?
So are black people, like, you said it's really, really black in Cleveland. Are they not doing their thing, like, as far as, like, the economy?
No, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. It's just harder for them to overcome it. A lot of us who are, you know, doing better and becoming, it's a lot of people that's starting to start their own businesses. I'm seeing a lot of people that's opening up salons, barbershops, daycares, clubs, restaurants, you know, they're getting it off the ground. But the thing is, majority of us had to start from not even scratch, from the negatives. You know, a lot of these people, they coming up, they don't have no money, they don't have no means, they have to take care of their parents, their sister or brothers or whoever's kids, you know, low income housing. So it's a lot to overcome, but now I'm starting to see the progress where I do see people that's really, you know, starting to be successful and make moves and try to better the community. So shout out to Cleveland, you know, we on the come up. It's our time now.
What's y'all time football-wise? Cleveland Browns, they doing their thing.
Yeah,
y'all got
Odell
Beckham now.
Okay.
Other than that, the only time I see Cleveland is on my favorite show, The First 48. Cleveland stay on First 48. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I don't watch that show anymore because somebody that I know was on that show, and it kind of bothered me. So ever since then, I just stopped watching.
Was this in Cleveland?
Yes, it was in Cleveland.
Okay.
And it was something personal for my family and stuff like that. So after that, I just really couldn't stomach the show anymore because it's like it is real life, and to really see these scenarios and be like, damn.
And to know somebody is
I don't like it at all. I don't like the show, period. Personally, I mean, I did find it interesting at one point, but I just don't like that. These people that the deceased, their families have to relive those things. You know what I'm saying? And have to see it and have it thrown up on social media, the clips, the commercials, the reruns. It's just, I don't like it.
I get that. I respect that. Like you know someone personally that's been on the joint. Like for me, that's not where I have the issue. Like my issue is with the people that are actually making the show able to even be aired anyway. Like the people who are actually out doing the crime. Like Cleveland, Atlanta. I think I've seen it in Charlotte. It's always in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Alabama.
Miami, shout out to the Pork and Beans. They be on there.
Who the fuck is the Pork and Beans?
The Pork and Beans is a project in Miami.
Oh, okay.
That's known for violence. So I've seen them on there. I got some people down there that I know, that live in that neighborhood. And a lot of people die there. So I see them on there. Dallas, Texas is on there a lot too. But as far as Cleveland goes and being on there, it's just all too real for me. I can't deal with it. I can't stomach it.
Speaking of Florida, George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman, as we all know, is the idiot who killed Trayvon Martin a few years back. And he basically has been getting in trouble over and over and over since then. I don't even know what he is, but he's like this rebel, this renegade, and he just thinks he can run around and do anything he wants to do in life.
It's because them white people been pumping his head up.
Absolutely. That's Florida. That's what Florida do for you. But George Zimmerman, I thought he was married. Was he not married or had a girlfriend or something like that?
I think he had a girlfriend. I don't think he was married.
Well, he had a girlfriend. And I thought he still had a girlfriend, but evidently he doesn't. He jumped on Tinder, and Tinder basically said, he made a fake profile on Tinder. And Tinder basically said, nah, bro, we ain't having that. And his name on Tinder is Carter, a 35-year-old. And he says he's a self-employed consultant. He's a Liberty University graduate, and he's looking for carefree fun, and his hobbies are hiking, fishing, outdoors, takeout at Longhorn Steakhouse. That's some country shit right there, I promise you. But they said he was basically using this profile to lure women in. What do you think he was going to do with them?
I'm wondering to myself, because a lot of these sick bastards that look at black people and feel like they hate them and did what he did to Trayvon, they like black women.
Okay.
They obsess over black women. They're like, ooh,
So you think he was looking for black women?
I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it's a possibility. And that's why he had to change his identity, because there's a lot of racist white women that would have been fine seeing who he is, and he wouldn't have to hide his identity. What was he really hiding his identity from? Maybe he was trying to target black women and lure them in, but he knew he couldn't get them with his own personality.
Well, maybe he thought he would have got flagged if he would have used his actual real name, because clearly his face is pretty popular.
He's a free man. He can't have social media with his own name.
Yeah, but if you George Zimmerman and you jump on Tinder,
it doesn't matter. He's a free man. They didn't throw him in jail.
I understand he's a free man, and maybe he won't get flagged. But like, how many people do you think are going to look at you and take you serious, or be like, "Oh, let me see what's up with him"? Like, so he made up this whole thing in his mind of who he is. And to use the word lure, you're trying to lure women in.
I think he's sick. I think he's a disgusting individual. I've heard a lot of statements where he's proud of what he did. And when I think of people who can do something to an innocent child like that, like, what other perverted shit are you into? Like, were you trying to lure these women in to harm them? Were you trying to R. Kelly them, throw them in the basement? Were you trying to create some type of cult of people that do sick things? Like, what was his intention? Because I just don't see him having to hide his identity, because when everything was happening, he had a lot of supporters. Yeah. He had a lot of supporters. So for him to have to hide his identity, he was up to something. He wanted to do something that he knew damn well he didn't have no business doing. That's what made me say, he must be trying to get some black women. I mean, think about it. The slave masters would act like we discussed them, but at night they would sneaking in the room. home sleeping with these black women. I mean, a black woman is the most beautiful form of woman that there is. Yes, I said it. Okay. It's the original woman. So why wouldn't he want to entice a black woman? He knew damn well he couldn't get her with his regular name.
He probably can get a few of his regular names. It depends on how much bread he got. It does.
I disagree.
I've seen worse. I've seen worse situations. There are a lot of things when I see women with guys I question, and I'm just like, whatever. So I think that he could probably get a black woman on his own with his own name. He's trying to lure them in, which means he's trying to do some sideways shit.
Maybe he was trying to kill him and he didn't want to get caught.
He put his own picture up there.
But even when I looked at the picture, I didn't recognize him.
You didn't?
No.
Dude,
I looked at it, but you know what? I have one specific image of him. I saw it. One specific image of him in my mind. If it's like not that picture, he shaved his head. So it kind of fucked me up. Like, he looked like him, but I don't know. He looked a little too happy to be himself. It was weird.
Well, he's on a dating.
He threw me off.
He's on a dating app, so being happy was the thing he needed to lure women in. So
sick fuck.
Hey man, that's probably a lot worse things going on than George Zimmerman on Tinder though. So it's all good. But either way, he got banned. That is what it is. I'm sure he might show up on Bumble or something like that. We'll see what happens in the future. We talked about Wendy Williams last week, and that story just kept unfolding. She seems to have gotten her power back, her energy back, her positivity as far as like moving forward in life. And she seems to be getting healthier. And I just found out that her soon-to-be ex-husband was one of the executive producers. She's an executive producer also, but he's one as well. And he works on the show with her. And this week, they fired him.
Rightfully so.
And I don't know how cheating can get you fired. It's really weird. But either way.
It's the Wendy Williams show. If she feels like she doesn't need that person on her show for whatever reason, he's fucking fired.
The executive producer?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Either way. So they fired him. And he had just bought his alleged baby mama, the girl he was cheating on Wendy with, a Ferrari. Nice little joint too. A little two-door gold joint. Wendy basically repoed this Ferrari, and I'm like, how do you do that? How can you do that? If he bought it for his side, for the little side joint, how can she repossess it? And either way, however she can do it, whether it was in her name, his name, whatever, whoever paid for, whoever bank account it came out of, it made me think about like an old situation. And I'm just like, it made me ask myself, when you break up with somebody or you get a divorce, do you take your shit back or do you give the shit back that person
I'm taking everything back that I could possibly take back. I'm petty as fuck. And guess what? Furthermore, I don't want your shit. You can have your shit back except for like diamonds.
That's kind of like diamonds right there.
That. But no, I had a breakup where somebody had bought me a car.
Okay. And
I gave that motherfucker back.
Whose name was it in?
Look, that's beside the point.
No, it's not, because that tells me whether you gave it back because you had to, or
well, the reality of the situation is the car was in a third party name. If you must know, I could have finagled it, but I was like, you know what? It's not even worth it, because at the end of the day, fuck you. I don't need you. See, the weaker person is going to always try to fight for, I need this. I need none of that shit. I had another car. I had 2 cars at the time.
I think it depends on how the situation ends and what the things were.
Yeah, but the moral of the story is this,
what if it was an engagement ring?
I had one of them before too. And guess what? I kept it. I'm keeping diamonds. I don't give a fuck. Don't give me no diamonds.
You still have it?
Because I'm keeping it. I sold it.
How long did it take you to sell it?
It took me
3 weeks, 3 days.
No, because I kept it the first month. I kept it because I was like, are we really broken up? I don't know. Then the next month I was like, well, I don't want to wear it for fashion. Real sporadically, but it wasn't like communicating like, you know what, we're going to try to work it out. It was just dry communication. But I was just like, I kept it. And then when Christmas rolled around, I was like, this is an engagement ring. It's not something like a necklace or a diamond bracelet that I could wear and it's just fashion. If I put it on, People are gonna say, "Are you married? Are you engaged?
You said Christmas was approaching.
Yeah, so I said, "Fuck that." This
you
the
were thinking
Christmas
about
gifts
Christmas
right here. Hello, got rid of that shit.
So Christmas kind of made you make your decision.
I'm keeping diamonds now. I mean, like, if you want to give me something petty, like maybe a TV or a microwave or
that shit
appliance.
Cheap. That's only
TVs aren't cheap.
Let me ask you. No, TVs. You can buy a TV anywhere. Like the top of the line, and it's gonna be still cheap.
They got like $700, $800 TVs.
Woo! I guess cheap is relative, but what I'm saying to you, it ain't diamonds. Exactly. It ain't a car.
Diamonds are currency, and diamonds are like money. And if you give me some money,
what if he asked for it back?
I'm not. Fuck you. Take it back. Call the police.
You would go to court?
Yep. I don't got it no more. I got robbed.
You are petty with a capital P.
I'm not giving back no diamonds. That's like money. Diamonds, before they printed money onto paper, it was diamonds, it was gold.
What happened to I don't want shit from you? What happened to that?
It's money.
So
I ain't
what?
seen a dollar yet that pissed me off.
Oh my God.
Fuck that. We gotta learn how to separate this
So you
stuff.
Basically agree that if you break up, you should be able to keep the shit, no matter what it is. It should be up to you whether you want to give it back or not.
Yeah, but also know this: if Wendy was able to take that car back, then she should have took it back. Cause you gotta. It's a sticky situation. If you have something from somebody and you know that if it came down to it, they have the power to take it back, give it up. But if it's something like diamonds, how you gonna get it back?
Stuck on diamonds though. That's your thing right there, huh?
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying, in general, something like that, to me, that's like currency. It holds value. Cars depreciate in value. Like you said, TVs, bullshit, whether it's fucking red bottoms or whatever it is.
All that comes and goes.
Exactly. Let it go. But this diamond, it's going to hold that value. I'm keeping that.
But the relationship might have been traumatic. It might have ended in a traumatic way. And you're like, I don't really want anything that reminds me of him.
So I'll sell it.
Oh, my God.
And that's just that on that. And ladies, I know y'all feel me on that. Because if you really just hate him that much, sell it.
I don't think you should take your shit back either. Like, that's just, I think I do think if somebody proposes to you and you say yes and you're wearing a ring and then somehow it does not work, I kind of think you should give that back. Because he can still be paying for it.
Fuck you. Oh, well, that's your fault. Don't give me something you can't afford. If you're not sure.
See how women,
we didn't even make it down the aisle.
See how women treat you?
Like, we didn't even, first of all,
you accepted it, said yes, and look how they treat you.
For example, I know in California, you have to give the ring back.
Really?
If you don't get married.
Okay.
So if you're just engaged, you have to give it back. But why would you get a ring that you're still paying on and you're not even sure about this relationship? Y'all fail before y'all make it down the aisle?
But not all things don't happen that way. Like y'all could have been sure and something may have happened. And then it fell. Like, you don't know that. They could have been sure about it.
You're surely a dummy.
You know what? This is why you wait till her ass fall asleep and you get your shit back. Simple as that.
No, that's why the left hand not supposed to always know what the fuck the right hand is doing.
See, she's scheming on y'all before. She's scheming on y'all while y'all think you got a hat home. This mother got one foot out the door and she's thinking of things. She's thinking of what she got to do as her exit plan.
No guys. Just
okay.
Always,
you heard her.
All I'm saying is this. You can be in a relationship and trust 100, 1,000%. And things can go wrong.
Yes.
And I get that. But if you give me some diamonds.
I'm saying to you, he could still be paying on those diamonds.
That's not none of my fucking business.
You're right. And the ring ain't none of your business if you end up saying no. You got to give it back.
He gonna have to take it. We gonna be in a G Herbo Ari situation.
See, look at you. Now you ready to fight. Now your hands ready to go up.
No,
you ready to fight.
I'm not ready to fight, but all I'm saying is I might end up getting dragged out because I'm not gonna just give it up.
I don't know. I mean, I agree. Like I said, that you shouldn't have to give shit back. But I think a ring is a little bit different. Like, that's a different type of investment.
That's
like buying you material things. That's something different. And a ring is material. But it's still an investment, and it's one of those things. It's like that joint could cost more than a car.
Well,
you just gonna
got
keep
good taste. Thanks.
Huh?
He got good taste. Thanks.
It's okay.
Laughing straight to the bank. But Wendy,
Mm-hmm.
See, that situation is not like your everyday situation, though,
okay.
You know? So it's like with her, first of all, so the car she took back is the car that the chick was driving, or that was a different car that he was driving?
No, that's the car he bought for the chick.
Oh, fuck no. Yeah,
with
she was supposed to get that back.
With y'all bread.
I'm so glad. That's a part of the good news. Good for Wendy. Get that shit.
Oh, that is the good news. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that good news. Wendy got the whip back.
But that's funny because last week I was like, fuck Wendy. We ain't giving her no kudos.
Honestly,
now this week I'm like, fuck it. You know what? Good news.
You wasn't fucking with Wendy last week, but now she got the bread and she got the upper hand.
Yeah. That's women taking back their power.
Fellas, take notes. Breezy. Don't give her shit that you gonna want back later.
Don't.
She gonna want to keep it. That's just what it is. But
I can agree with that.
But Wendy, I don't know why he had to get that, like, repo that joint. Like, y'all got bread. You got bread. You the executive producer of the show too.
The only thing, like I said before, that I don't like about it is like now you want to take I just feel like all of this shit is because it's public. Because we know he got her the car and now she wants it back. Like, I feel like Wendy knew all this shit when it was under the ropes and she was, it's cool.
I think a lot of women.
Who said Wendy didn't have her side piece? Because I think she did.
I don't think so.
I think Wendy, she looked like E.T., but it's somebody out there for everybody.
I don't think she had one.
She got enough money. Shit, Wendy probably could get you.
I already said she can. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
I'm saying?
It's gonna be a rental.
So that's why I'm saying Wendy probably was, doing her and fully aware of everything that was going on.
Wendy got niggas shooting they shot. Wendy got women shooting they shot now.
Nuh-uh.
I'm serious.
That went right over my head.
I'm serious. She got that bread. Like,
she do. I think they said network's like 60 mil.
Like 60. It could be 6 and niggas still gonna be shooting they shot. Like,
facts.
It ain't gotta be 60. But hell yeah. Oprah, no. Wendy, probably.
You're an idiot.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
Oprah.
When I see Oprah, all I see is color purple. And to me, Oprah and Whoopi Goldberg are the same people. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Oprah is much better looking than Whoopi Goldberg. Goldberg.
They on the same train.
Looks like something off of Sesame Street. But
have you seen Color Purple?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But okay, you got to think about it. The makeup, they made her have a lazy eye. They added like stuff to her face to kind of look like she had a stroke. They did some shit to her.
So have you seen her on Greenleaf?
Yeah, I saw her on there too.
So did they make her look crazy then too?
She's much older now than she was in Color Purple.
That's the problem.
But have you seen her on the cover of O Magazine? Because sis is looking good.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, Oprah with that check, I'll lay up with Oprah.
I hope so.
You crazy as hell.
Because I'm not going.
Gail got it down pat.
Yo, Gail is getting a check. I don't know what her Oprah got going. They friends.
She's
that's
smart.
all. No, the smart one is Stedman.
Yeah, he in the cut. You don't hear about him.
He go do his little appearances. He speak.
He a toy.
He don't even stay in a house.
It's like a house outside
of the house. He got his own house in front of the house.
Even better.
Yes. I never thought he was hitting it in the first place.
Think she just like women, huh?
I don't know if she like women. I just don't. I don't know. Like if Oprah said, "Yeah, I ain't had sex in 30 years," I would totally believe her. I would.
You're crazy. This is the same lady who was talking about bust down, Tatiana.
Yeah, okay.
She about their life. She getting her nuts somewhere along the line.
From a woman or a man?
I think she likes both. I think that a lot of people, once you get into the millions and millions, they get freaky. Like,
I don't think it takes
I'm about
money.
to try me some new.
In Atlanta, that's broke people too.
Yeah,
gonna be honest.
But we're not talking about that. We're just
you saying once you get into the million. I'm telling you, that's a broke. That's a people
2019.
Thing,
people in general are like getting freakier and freakier, and I'm here for it. If you whatever your sexual preference is, do it. Like if you gay, be gay. If you want to change your gender, just be honest about it. Whatever it is, like if you whatever you like, that's cool. Just because it's not for me, then it is what it is. But don't try to hide it.
Well, you know that people hide it because, like, I've heard girls say, like, they would do threesomes, but they feel like they're going to be judged by their friends or people they may know, so they may be afraid to do it or talk about it. I got some friends
who do threesomes, and when they tell me about it, I be like, bitch, what happened? I ain't judging. Even if in my head I think that it was a bad idea.
Well, you don't seem like
I'm
the
not
judgmental
gonna say
friend.
it. I know my friends know I come down on them hard when I have my opinions. But with stuff like that, I be like, ooh, I got to get the tea. So I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm not going to make them feel bad. I'm going to just be like, girl, for real. And what else, girl? And then when I hang up the phone, I'm like, oh, this bitch crazy. But I'm not going to make them feel bad about it because they're opening up to me, you know? And I feel like now with the media, like promoting all these different sexual orientations, like what's the point of still hiding? Come out. Oprah, if you gay, market that shit. She probably will make even more millions off that shit.
Well, I think we look at it and we say, oh, it's open. It's not, in certain places, it's not as open as you think. Like, it's just not. Like, she still got an audience to cater to. And in her audience, there may be open people, but if she ever came out and just said it, that she's a lesbian, there's some people who ain't gonna fuck with her in her audience. That just is what it is.
And then there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people who will support her.
LGBT, whatever the extra letters that they just slapped on the end, whatever those letters are, they gonna come for the masses and they support their people and they got money.
And maybe she'll still maybe she'll, they what?
Like the gay community, they got money.
Oh, I don't know nothing about it. But okay. I'm sure they do. Yeah. You need them on your side. I will say that. Like, I remember when the NFL was going through their whole thing, and someone had disrespected like the LGBTQ community. I think it's the LGBTQ community. Is that right? It's
some more letters added on, but it's okay.
I'm sorry if I left off some letters. But in that community, they had disrespected somebody, and they found out the hard way. Like, they started to lose sponsorship just because they wasn't fucking with them.
You can't bash gay people. Bashing gay people in America is worse than bashing black people. And that's the fucked up thing about it. You do something to a gay person, instantly a hate crime. You do something to a black person, oh, he looked like a bad guy. But while we talking about Wendy Williams and gay people, how about that singer Avion Foulstar did an interview where he was saying he was allegedly sleeping with her husband, saying that her husband brought him over to the house and undressed him and told him to get in the tub.
Hold on. Take me back to the beginning. What did he do now?
He said that
and you're talking about Kevin Hunter right now.
Kevin Hunter and Avion Foulstar. Well, Avion Foulstar said in an interview that he was sleeping with Kevin Hunter, and it was an ongoing thing. And one of the stories that he shared in the interview was he was saying that they were in his home, and Kevin tells him, okay, go ahead and undress and get in the tub, and we're going to get in this tub and we're going to talk. And he said that at the time they didn't hit it off right then and there, but he came back. This is when they
first got together.
When they first got together, he came back. They took another bath and talked, and they opened up. And he said that not only did they have sex, but Avion Foulstar said he was the one giving it to Kevin. So with that being said, not only that, but Avion Foulstar's wife is like on the side during the interview. She eating grapes. She like,
so he has a wife.
I heard it before. That's how open he was with the story. Like she's sitting there like, oh, this isn't news to me. Whatever.
And she knows Kevin.
I respect, I respect that story. Why? Because he's open about it. He got a wife. His wife knew about it. He came out. He spoke his truth. And this is why I said, Wendy, you trying to act like, oh, you're so upset he had this baby on you. Girl, you been knew he was out here doing bullshit. Cut the crap.
Yeah, but there's a lot of crap. But there's a lot of women. It
seemed like Kevin was fucking everybody but Wendy.
Well, that might be true too. But have you seen her?
Because why her ass ain't sticking out? Her ass is indented. If she was getting some dick, it would be sticking out at least a little bit, or somewhat.
I don't know about that. Either way, you probably know more about that than I do. That's okay. Whatever.
I'm just saying, there's no way her back should look like it got kicked in.
Well, she ain't the most.
A little bit of dick goes a long way.
Nicest thing in the world. Either way, but a lot of women get cheated on, especially like by men who have money, and the women know about it. So I agree with you; it could be happening. The women know about it, but they're usually women who are being taken care of financially.
She was the breadwinner.
She's the breadwinner, which makes it seem so different. And you're like, why would you put up with that? You the one who got the bread, but usually those women who are being taken care of and getting cheated on, they don't have a problem with it until it goes public. Because at that point, you've made them look stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Wendy had her a side nigga.
I don't think so. She took it too hard.
They were in one of those like Jada and Will type situations.
No, because She took it way too hard for somebody
because
who had
you
their
have to
own
think
thing.
about this. If you're always the person who points the finger and go, "Ooh, girl, your husband cheating on you, girl, you better handle that," and just every time when everyone else is having relationship issues, Wendy is always making a spectacle of that person and making them look bad and breaking down charts like, yeah, he slept with this girl, and we saw he was on vacation with the side chick. We can't see her, but girl, if he doing that to you, girl, leave him. She telling her people in the audience, leave him. You know, she's saying all this shit to her peers. Now, if somebody pull Wendy face up on the screen as the hot topic and her husband face, she can't take it.
No.
She can't fucking take it. It's the public, the fact that she's always been dishing it out and hard.
Those are the people who usually can't take it.
Exactly. That's why she was just playing it cool. Like, okay, keep fucking that bitch. It's cool because I don't want it to come out. But it had no choice but to come out.
She seemed like she almost lost her life, though. Like the way she was going.
But it's so crazy how people will go through something, right? And it could be, okay, like say, for example, somebody, they get evicted.
Okay.
You get evicted from your house. That's devastating for any person on any scale, no matter how financially stable you are. And you're sad, but you're handling it. But then somebody gets on Instagram and posts, damn, I just rolled past Corey's house. This nigga got evicted. Now it's like a whole nother layer of humiliation, embarrassment, shame that's added to it. So now you're like, wow, I did get evicted. I'm a failure.
All right, Bree, have you heard the new song by this little black kid, Lil Nas X, the Old Town Road song?
I'm gonna ride it till I can't no more.
What do you think about it?
I like it. I think it's creative. I think it's dope. I mean, it's too many versions for me to determine which version I like because I don't even know what the fuck is the original version. But I mean, I like the hook. I got the horses in the back.
I feel like that's like Nelly's nephew or something.
What was it? Remember when he had that song, that country song?
Who, Nelly?
You remember?
Yeah.
It's dope.
No, it's not. But hey, a lot of people love it. It's the number one song in the country.
It is?
Yes.
Okay, shout out to them. That's what's up. Congrats.
It's not them, it's him.
Oh, him?
Just a little black teenager. He's doing his thing, though. Like, if he's that successful with one song, I think that's dope. I think it's trash personally, but I'm probably
his success is dope.
His success is definitely dope. I don't know if he can follow it up, because if you come out the gate with a number one in the country, can you do number two? Unless you're just going to be country the whole time. No. Then you could probably do it again.
You never know. I mean, he could be a one-hit wonder. It's a lot of those floating around. Or, you know, he might come back strong.
Like the Racks on Racks on Racks kid.
Oh, who was that?
YC? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was a one-hit wonder.
But see, Future kind of made that song. Because I swear, when that song came out, I thought it was Future. But
hey, he was probably cool with that.
Right, whatever.
You kept rocking because you thought it was Future.
But I know there's a lot of people that don't like that Old Town Road song.
Yeah. Well, Dave East didn't like it. And Dave East is a rapper from Harlem. His look is probably a lot more famous than his music.
Not since he got them braids, because nope, he was fine before he got them braids. And before he had them braids, he had that fresh kite.
See?
Dave, call me. Cut your hair, but call me.
See? So women feel like that about Dave East, but they don't know shit about his music.
No, he got a song with Chris Brown.
Yeah. What's the name of it? You don't know.
Shit.
Anyway. And the only reason you know about it is why.
I do know the name of it. And
but the only reason you know about this song is why.
What, the song with Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Because my name is Breezy and I love Chris Brown.
Exactly. That's the only reason she know about it.
Damn, what's the name of that song?
I think it was called, is it called Perfect?
Perfect.
Yeah, it's called Perfect.
It is.
Yeah. It was dope. But I just think his lyrics is a little too hard for people. They can't get it. No,
Davies had another song, I think.
We had plenty of more songs, like plenty of other songs other than that one. You just ain't gonna do it.
So with that being said, I mean, who is he to really determine, I'm not down in Davies.
But he's younger, but he has an influence of older artists from like the 90s and the 2000s.
And I can hear it.
And when you have that influence, that's the music I came up on. And when you like that, it's difficult to say, I like this. Because I didn't like Nelly. And he was out back then. Nelly? Like that country grammar song, that's some bullshit. But people loved it.
Nelly was legendary and dope.
I didn't say... No.
I mean,
we're talking about Country Grammar when he came out.
Country Grammar I liked it too.
Yeah.
I liked all of Nelly's work overall.
Girls like anything on the radio though.
False. That is false. That's
what radio is made for. Girls
I don't like anything on the radio.
Because they feed it to you over and over and over.
And that's not true. Because there's artists that I don't really care for.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Like who?
I don't even take the time to really learn their names, but there's a few of them.
Like G Herbo?
I can't even say if I don't like him because it's like, where is it even hitting the charts?
It's a joke. Clearly it is. He's getting booked. But
he's getting booked because he's an Instagram influencer.
Dave East jumped out and he basically was sitting in the back of a car riding saying, Old Town Road, the shit is whack. What's wrong with hip hop? And I've been asking myself what's wrong with hip hop for probably 10 years, but nobody listens and it is what it is. And clearly it's going in another direction. And I'll be glad when it changes. But until then,
it's probably going to turn into techno when it changes.
No, it'll never turn into techno. Techno will always be its own thing.
But if you like go to like Atlanta. Vegas, it goes like they'll mix it and you can hear it. Mm-hmm. Like house music mixing into think about how they're rapping and they're singing, like everybody's starting to sound
like when Rick Ross had the song Hustling, they were mixing it. It was hustling, and they were making it their own thing. Yeah. I get that. They do that in Vegas.
I mean, they should allow music to evolve. What's wrong with hip hop? Davies, what's wrong with you? First of all, your image is killing your career. You grew them braids out and it fucked you up. I just feel like for him to try to act like there's something wrong with hip hop for this boy to create his own creative flow of what he feels like it is, what's the problem?
No. Dave East was he sounded like he might have been drunk or high too. So that is what it is. But anyway, we've been wrapped up, Bree. That's our time for the day. You got anything to say to the people?
Of course I do. Y'all follow me. Real 216 Breezy. REAL 216 BREEZY.
All right, follow me at the.co.show. Before Breezy makes me change my Instagram because she says nobody messes with dots anymore and underscores. Why do you still have that? It is what it is. Anyway, that's our time for the day, y'all. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Appreciate it.